Something wrong, ain't there? If it's something wrong, it's the haters, the jealous back there. You know, but all I say, Britain, GB, is never going to have no man ever in the future for a long, long time like the Gypsy King. They've missed out on the Gypsy King, but I'll tell you what, Saudi Arabia, the greatest kingdom in the world, they've seen Tyson's value. And let me tell you, Tyson fights for these people and no one else. Not worth even mentioning. To me, they're only small guys in a big pond. You know, he's done what he's done. You know, credit to him for what he's doing, but it's all right to slate me. But come and do it as close to me as you are. Come and do it then. Come and slate me. Stand where you are and slate me. Let's see if they can do that. They'll all talk behind this 200 mile away, but they won't face the big JF face to face. If they do, they're stupid men, because that is where the last stand will be for them. I don't care who they are. I'm the king of the bare knuckle men, and I can't be beat on them streets, not by a 12-stone man and not by an heavyweight, and that's been said by John Fury. I've been the king of the world, so I must be.
Well, you're right. He's ready to fight anyone, really, isn't he? And I think he did get under his skin a little bit with that video.
If he builds his brand up and builds his name up and gets himself more well known, that could be a fight for the future. I think I'll retire in my head when I'm 50. So that still gives me a couple of years.
We'll see.
So I'm retired, but in my head I'm not.
All right.
Which means I think I can still fight, and I might get a rude awakening.
Fuck this charade, fuck this man plums up there. This is fucking me, John Fury. Don't give a fuck about no man from Godmother. Some fucking respect to my name. Because when they mention John Fury's name, what do you do? Run like friggin' bitches, Carl Froch. Run like a bitch, Carl.
Just very quickly, yesterday, we know that Carl Froch has a little pop every now and then.
Carl Froch is a bum, and he'll get what the little men get. Bush!
100 on the hard road. He wants to get involved, doesn't he? He wants his little piece of the action. So he's gone over, he's having a little push, and he's not even having a push, having a little walk, having a look, picking his spots. Typical big bully, isn't he? He picked on the smallest guy in there and dropped the nut on him. But guess what? Calm as a bitch. He came off the worst. He got a big cut on his head, all claret down his face. What an idiot. How can you drop the nut on somebody? The guys go kiss and end up worse yourself. That's usually a devastating blow. That's a blow actually that sends you straight to jail usually. Should be getting arrested, should be getting done for assault. I don't know what's happening, but it's all being swept under the carpet and nobody's calling it out. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to call it out. John Fury is a disgrace. What he's doing is bringing boxing into disrepute. It's disgusting. I'm not going to big myself up too much. So he's never stepped into the ring, which is what I'm trying to get at, with a real professional boxer, ever. And recently he's been running his mouth saying, if you got me in a ring, a boxing ring, UFC ring, the only ring I'd be getting in is a boxing ring. But he said he'd choke me out. So maybe when he sees me, he's talking about choking me out. But let's just be clear about this. He won't be choking out anybody.
Trying to be anything than what I am. A raggle-taggle gypsy-o. I'm not trying to be royalty, I'm not trying to be a gentleman, I'm not trying to be anything, I'm just being me. And if people can get offended on what I'm saying, it's the fight game. People's here smashing one another to pieces, trying to knock people out and hurt people. So a few little bits of unsavoury banter, shall I say. And people take it out of text. Well, I can't help that. But again, I'm man enough to apologise to all the people who don't get it and don't get me. To those people who don't get John Fury, no harm meant, and I'll apologise to everybody offended. But that's me. I'm not a gentleman, not trying to be one. I am what I am. Truthful in every way.
Me having a chat like we are now. Big John Fury walks in. Get out of this shit house. Come on, let's fucking have you.
What will I do?
Are you going to run or are you going to stand there and say, hang on a minute, John?
I'll get my phone out and just get my YouTube channel buzzing. That's what I've been doing.
Did you see it? Because everyone's seen it. What do you make of it?
Yeah,
what do you make of it? Did you like the way I managed to keep... Lennox Lewis said to me, Froch, just ignore him. And I thought, Big Lennox has said ignore him.
I've known John since I was a young man.
Yeah.
I would say I'm a friend of the family.
Does he mean it or not?
I know from my personal experience with John, I think he's a good man. He's been a very good man to me personally. Doesn't mean I have to agree with everything, with all his actions, but at the same time, I have a lot of...
Good. Go twice. Last one now. 1, 2. 1, 2 up, body head, making miss. 1, 2, 1, 2 up, body head, making miss.
A massive size advantage for John Fury. Presumably Carl Froch can't lose that.
I can't believe we're talking about
John Fury. He can't lose to John Fury. It's impossible.
So what Carl's saying is John Fury's not very hard. I don't agree. I don't agree with Carl. I've got to say, I'm a big fan of yours, but Carl's going back there for more beef. It's amazing. No, but I guess, like, you know, he's...
The problem, mate, with the Furies, because the only thing is you're not getting paid out of them, are you? That's why you're slagging them and jumping on every floating log what you might think might discredit a Fury. But that's just you, mate, because you're heady, the green-eyed monster. And you do live in a glass house, mate. You know, so be careful what you say about others. Look in the mirror and have a long, hard think about your own life, your own family before you call others. Because that's just the way it is, mate. You know what?
Fury wants to make entertainment, and look, if Carl says what he says, it can be controversial. My friend Carl Froch, he can say what he says on his channel. He'll be very blunt, and John takes umbrage to that, then he'll come and have a go back, and he doesn't care where it is, when it is, but if there's cameras on it, all the better. As far as Carl goes, I remember sitting with him commentating on Golovkin against Kell Brook at the O2, and Carl had been retired a couple of years, and at the end Golovkin was stalking around the ring after he'd beaten Kell, and he looked down at Carl, and Carl was like, I'm not having that, I'll have him. I'm like, you sit down there, you're a commentator now. He goes, no, he can't look at me like that. It's going to be in Carl Froch as long as Carl Froch is breathing. That fighter mentality. He's always wanted a scrap on the cobbles. He wanted to go 15 rounds rather than 12. Carl Froch is a fighter to the core. So is John Fury. Listen, it's fun, it's banter, it's entertainment. Carl said to me afterwards, hey, it's all good fun, isn't it?
If they fought, who would win?
I mean, I don't think I would go against Carl Froch ever anyway.
Okay.
in a normal fight. I mean, obviously it's a long time since he's retired, but Carl Froch is a very, very, very top fighter.
That switch up there as well.
And John Fury's a big guy, right? And he's
unbelievable fighter.
He's the bare knuckle boy. You want to see it on the cobbles? Let's make it happen.
Such a big loudmouth gobshite who's done living off his son's name. It actually winds me up when I think about when he started on Carl Frampton, a good friend of mine, top pundit analyst, ex-world champion. He started on the smallest man in the room at the Usyk press conference. He had to go to Steve Bunce last week. Constantly does it. And then he stuck it on me. I feel like I might be the chosen one. I feel like it might be my job to finally shut this big gobshite up. When he does run around, running his mouth, beating his chest, the ultimate man and all that bollocks. So John, for one final time, listen to me, so listen to me, so that thick skull. I accept your challenge. But know one thing. When that first bell goes, come over to your corner, and absolutely stick it on you, Cobra style, and set about you, make a mess of you. You know why? Because you're a bully. You put in your place. You're a bully, and you're making a mockery of this sport. Professional boxing.
Several boxing professionals later shared their opinions on the growing feud between Froch and John Fury, offering mixed reactions to the public dispute and the wider controversy surrounding Fury's outside.
I've got Froch. I'd like to see it go off, if I'm honest with you. Do you know what I mean? John Fury's a big lad. Actually back Carl Froch against virtually anyone on the cobbles. Do you know what I mean?
Would you watch it on Misfits?
I wasn't expecting it, but I know that he blows up conferences and just getting blowing some steam off.
He said he wanted to fight you. Do you remember that?
I remember that. And I was like, he's not serious. He's really taking it too serious. But he did off.
As for John chasing Carl down, I mean, it's just. You know, I watched that. I think I watched a couple of videos where Carl does have a go at Tyson, and I think you know who fucked up there. Netflix. Why would you get someone that clearly liked Tyson on a Tyson card, or at least in the studio to present. You can understand why John's like, you're making money off my son fighting. I kind of get that. But also on my side, you can't even talk about anyone now. People getting upset. If Carl can't talk about you as an ex-world champion, fuck me, I do not have a chance. So it just kind of made me feel like everyone's a bit too sensitive. Really. But I like John. I like the Furies. I like all of them. I've always said that they bring so much excitement to the boxing game. Shane, Tyson, John, Tommy. But they can't get upset. Someone like Carl. They should be able to have an opinion without someone screaming and shouting. That's my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts on it.
John Fury at a distance. With binoculars on, going on. I imagine it's Carl having a go at the Furies, probably over the channel. Maybe I'm guessing. John didn't like that. To have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't necessarily turning down.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the Cobbles, they're both having good fun doing that. I'm sure it's all fun and games. They like to say what they believe. They like to say controversial. And they're two big characters. And we love having them around the sport. So let's leave them to work that one out.
I like John Fury on a number of occasions, and I've always felt him to be a very educated voice around recent incarnation over the last 2 or 3 years, becoming front and centre like a Cirque du Soleil horror show. I think that's embarrassing. I think Carl Froch is putting in video. By the way, Carl Froch is standing right there. What he's saying, where is he? Carl Froch is doing his first broadcast for Netflix. He doesn't want any of this. The one thing I don't think Carl Froch is frightened of is John Fury. I know it's theatrics. I know it's part of the show. I know it's part of the show. I know it brings noise. In its supposed space, it does its job. But is it not just a tad embarrassing?
Listen, you said it yourself. In its space, it does its job. And I think we live in that world today where now people, the press conference was always going to be maybe a little quiet. Makhmedov doesn't speak particularly great English. He's not really going to say too much. Tyson Fury done talking about Anthony Joshua there, and the circumstances for him coming back into boxing. That was all great. John Fury always has a little bit of spice, and that's what gets people watching. So I suppose it's done its work. And you've got your own opinion on whether it's embarrassing.
Is it good spice? Is it good spice? I'll tell you what.
From one side, I'm a fan of Netflix getting involved in boxing because it broadens it out in so many viewership. On the other end, I sometimes question what Netflix puts on. I'm saying, do they really have the best interest of boxing?
I watched Carl Froch getting knocked down by George Groves. He was gone. Carl Froch has an incredible will to win. The fights that he's had with the great champions, and he's come out of the sport intact. For John Fury to be calling out Carl Froch on his opinion, because Carl Froch is entitled to give his opinion in boxing. If you can't have freedom of speech, what was the point of these men and women dying in the world wars, giving their lives in vain?
What do you think would actually happen if John Fury and Carl Froch, as he is,
Carl Froch could stand there and say to John, I'll give you 2 free shots, John. Hit me with your right hand and hit me with your left hand.
I like it.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, look, Froch. I'd like to see it go off, if I'm honest with you. Do you know what I mean?
You think it ever would?
John Fury's a big lump, but I'd actually back Carl Froch against virtually anyone on the cobbles. Do you know what I mean? So,
would you watch it on Misfits?
You know, I watched that and I was thinking, what did Carl do? Then I watched a couple of videos where Carl does have a go at Tyson, and I think, you know who fucked up there? Netflix. Why would you get someone that clearly doesn't really like Tyson on a Tyson card, or at least in the studio to present? So you can understand why John's like, well, you're making money off my son fighting. No, I don't. I kind of get that. But also on my side, I was like, well, you can't even talk about anyone now without people getting upset. That if Carl can't talk about you as an ex-world champion, then fuck me, I do not have a chance. So it just kind of made me feel like everyone's a bit too sensitive, really. But look, I like John, I like the Furies, I like all of them. I've always said that I think they bring so much excitement to the boxing game. Shane, Tyson, John, all their clan, Tommy. But they can't get upset at someone like Carl having an opinion. They should be able to have an opinion without someone screaming and shouting at you. That's my fault.
Having a go at the Furies, probably over his time on his channel, maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was still necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good